Hey everyone, it's Derek, aka legitdrick, and I got some things to get into today. I made some people on Twitter, now X, very, very angry, and I don't care. Completely unshamed, and even better because it was all just a bunch of people making fun of me like children. I mean, you don't like what I have to say in facts. So you don't want to deal with facts, you want to deal with childish little insults, but that was this guy's intention. He quote tweeted me and misrepresented everything that I was trying to say, and acting like I was I'll get into it in a minute. But if you've ever heard of R.A. the Rugged Man, I guess he's some underground rapper. I don't really know anything about him. I follow a lot of people on Twitter that I don't know anything about. Yeah, just because you follow someone on social media doesn't make it guilt by association. So, I uh I touched the sensitive topic you're not allowed to touch in this day and age, the topic of race, and even worse, George Floyd. I talked about some questionable facts that you're not allowed to mention in regards to his death. So, I don't really care what people on social media say because they're never going to be able to argue with facts and don't prove it. So he says it's hilarious watching so many free speech advocates defending censorship, and I just reply, yo, RA, we're defending consequences. When the government makes a law against mocking people's death, then it'll be a problem. But if y'all want to willingly show your true colors and end up getting fired, yep, I'm gonna laugh. Sorry, not sorry. That's just all in reference to the nonsense that's been happening in the last couple weeks ever since Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Like, you see a bunch of freaking demons out here celebrating it, and some even calling for more of it. And some people completely misrepresenting the facts and trying to paint a picture that is not there, completely contrary to the facts. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure he was talking about what happened with Jimmy Kimmel, because Jimmy Kimmel completely spat in the face of everyone watching and acted like we didn't already know the motives of the person who took one of the biggest right wing voices' lives. Like, it's kind of hilarious. I mean, if you've been paying attention much the last week, then you've seen it. I mean, he just said, yeah, I don't remember the exact words, but he's saying we're trying to pretend like it's not a right wing person. It's like his family was right wing. He is not his family. The facts about his life clearly suggest otherwise. So, I mean, honestly, you don't have a right to just say whatever you want whenever you're on radio and cable. That's just the truth. I mean, I'm sorry. The news cannot just blatantly be a bunch of nonsense and lies. I mean, obviously, they have to stick to a script. Even if they have their own narratives, they may slant things, but they can't completely misrepresent the facts. Or not misrepresent, make up facts. I mean, they misrepresent the facts all the time. But yeah, he completely lied about what was already known about the case. I mean, someone brought up George Floyd. This guy, Caged Ragnarok, said, aren't y'all the same ones that mocked George Floyd's death when folks marched against police brutality? But now someone even mentions Kirk. You want heads to roll? F out of here, hypocrite. I'm trying not to cuss anymore. I said, never saw anyone who mocked the women abusing drug addict whose autopsy report suggested a fentanyl overdose. Only people spitting facts and showing receipts. March against police brutality? You mean the mostly peaceful protests that only left half the city on fire? How nice. But this got a bunch of people replying to it, and that's what he freaking quote tweeted. So his quote tweet was completely, I mean, I got into the facts. I showed the toxicology report. So none of them really want to talk about facts, so they're just acting like I'm slandering a dead man whenever I'm clearly not. I'm just talking about facts, and I have evidence to support those facts. Of course, we come back over here and quote tweeted this one part, just taking me out of context. You never saw it, huh? As you are worse than mocking a man who had police kneel on his neck for over 9 minutes until he died. You are defending police murder and brutality and smearing the victim just like all racist piece of SH do every time a black man is killed. Never saw it. Literally, never saw it. Like, I don't know what he's talking about. I never saw anyone mocking George Floyd. Literally, people just talking about what was in his system and what he did prior. That wasn't justifying the murder. It wasn't saying it was okay that it happened. Like all these freaking people are talking about how evil and awful Charlie Kirk was. Whenever it's all misrepresented nonsense. People are just mentioning facts. You know why? It wasn't only George Floyd's life, but it was also Derek Chauvin's. I said it's only a smear if it's a lie. Would you like to see the toxicology report or the police reports? Because they're out there. No, smearing is saying all Charlie did was divide when his life's mission was to bridge the divide. This is the lead up to the only part of the interaction you've seen, emotional manipulation. He says, I can't breathe at 7-Eleven before he was on the ground. And he was only on the ground because he was resisting tooth and nail. These are receipts. And again, this isn't slandering a dead man or saying it's okay that he's dead. Of course not. I'm saying, why is another man in jail whenever he was literally doing what he was trained to do? If there's a possibility, then it needs to be explored, and they didn't even try. It was all public pressure. That's the only thing it was. Because the whole freaking nation was rioting, and they was like, well, someone's got to go down for it. Because we don't want to be freaking hung up in the streets. I mean, it was chaos back then. I mean, if you were paying attention, you know, even on CNN, they were like, oh, it's a mostly peaceful protest with burning freaking buildings in the background. I mean, come on. Like, come on. Like that's been a meme now. Like, you can't hide it. Who the violent side is. Who's the ones justifying death and calling for more? No, I only see that on one side. I only see one side mocking people whenever they die. So, you're full of crap, RA. You are completely full of crap. Completely lying and misrepresenting what I said. But, I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of your following. Yeah, anyways, I just continue to go off and show receipts and spit facts that no one can argue against. It's just everyone's trying to just call me a bootlicker and insult my looks, and it's all nonsense, man. But after I comment that YouTube video, I can't remember which one I did when. Okay. Yeah, I do the toxicology report. Insane levels of drugs in his system. You can see in the full video he was acting way off and said he couldn't breathe before he was in that position. I'm not saying that a knee on the neck helped, but the main cause of his death was definitely the drugs. They were trained to do that knee restraint. It's not and never was about race. It's about right and wrong. Right or wrong. And a cop who was just doing his job, who's now in jail, that might scare others from doing their jobs properly because they don't want to be in jail over awful circumstances, which is what I was just explaining. Like, you can't have another man brought in freaking jail just because public pressure. Like, that's messed up, man. We cannot be a society ruled by the mob. Something else I said that's a very true fact, by the way. Oh, and if he really couldn't breathe, he wouldn't repeatedly scream, "I can't breathe." It takes breath to talk, more so to scream. If you watch the full video, he was acting pretty crazy, especially if you know that. The cops were trained to do that. He gave him space to breathe. Something I liked was down here, like one of the first comments on it was, "Let's not pretend that George Floyd was a good person. Career criminals are hardly good people and are an anchor on society." Floyd had his last run in with the law. This has nothing to do with skin color either, so stop invoking racism, which doesn't even exist except among few. And that's true. This quote tweet blew up, got a bunch of likes, got a bunch of 3 reposts. So it's whatever. Like, you can take me out of context, but you can't tell me I'm wrong. You can act like all I'm doing is mocking, but I got receipts for the facts I'm spitting. All you got is emotional manipulation. All you can do is take me out of context because you can't have a real debate. And this one dude named Taco Cabiza, I don't freaking know how to say that. This guy, aspiring hip hop artist to full-time bootlicker. Hmm. I'm always gonna be a hip hop artist and a patriot and a Christian. I'm many things, and I love this country. So sorry. You all have the same insult. Whose boot am I licking? Argue with facts, or all I see is ignorant children making jokes. Taco. How are you gonna talk about fentanyl when you look like a tweaker yourself? You want facts? Stop saying the N word, you effing hillbilly. Crack baby. Your music sucks, bro. I'm pretty sure he's trying to imply that I say the N word in my music. I don't even cuss in my music. You think I'm afraid of people taking me out of context and lying about me? I am prepared for it. I'm sick of it, man. I'm fully prepared for the consequences of speaking my mind, speaking the truth. There's no one that's going to be able to stop me. Even if the entire internet banded together to try to tear me down, I'll still be trying to take on every single one of them with facts and reason, because that's exactly what Charlie would have wanted. I am not backing down now. If anything, you people fuel the fire that Charlie's death has left in my soul. So, obviously, I didn't let him slide with that. I said, keep your childish insults. I'll keep the receipts. I revel in knowing that's all you can do, because the truth is too powerful. Stop slandering me, moron. I don't even cuss in my music. Literally, my last song was called Coexist. Oh no, so scary. Yep, you caught another KKK Nazi. Every box you want to check off when thinking of a Trump supporter. That's me, bunch of sore losers and blind sheep. And this guy, you're clearly mentally ill. LOL, probably a hate crime for me to argue with you whatever you say, hillbilly turd. Like, seriously? Like, this is a new one. He commented 13 minutes ago from the time I'm reading this. This is hilarious. Like, you guys just cannot argue with facts and logic. Like, I posted the toxicology report and the video and everything. And all you can do is just throw insults. So, I'm gonna keep speaking my mind and what I think is true. And if you got something to say, I welcome it. And we can debate like adults and not resort to childish nonsense and insults. But you know the internet, like, I know, like, I was trying not to feed the trolls, like, I was trying to weed out the ones that I can actually have an honest debate with, and the ones that were just there to kind of crap talk. Like, I don't really care. Like, I was trying to leave those ones alone, and the ones that actually want to talk on facts, I'm always willing to do. Because that's exactly what Charlie would have wanted. Again, I'm open to change. I welcome change. If anyone can change my mind, please do so. But I will always be 100% honest with how I feel and what I think, and no one's going to be able to intimidate me off the internet. I'm going to keep doing what I love. You keep doing what you love. I assume, I hope you are doing what you love and not just being internet trolls. And if you haven't seen my music, check it out in the description. And all my socials and streaming services should be in the description and all that good stuff. So, tell me what you think about it, because I'm open to criticism. I'm not afraid of other people's opinions. I'm not afraid of what other people have to say about me. And that's that. So, love it or hate it, I am me and I will always be me. So, thank you very much, everyone on the internet. Try not to roast me alive. I don't care though. So, thank you very much. Please subscribe.
Stop the hatred and coexist. Adopt some patience and coexist. We can walk away to keep our bodies slain and just have coffin graves and we don't coexist. Kick off the labels and coexist. Get along with neighbors and coexist. There's a lot at stake and we can process pain and drop it at the gate.